You're in your 40s, divorced, and you just realized that she was your whole world. Now that she's gone, you don't know how to be alone. If that's you, let me show you what I did. Short answer, I didn't need to replace her. I had to rebuild myself without her. 3 things. Focus on what works, stop numbing the pain, and take full responsibility. I'm 49 now. When this happened, I was 45. That was the toughest time of my life. But let me tell you this, you'll be fine no matter what happens. The fact that you're here watching this video, alive and breathing, is proof of that. It's gonna get better. This feels like rock bottom. That's normal, but rock bottom makes it possible for you to grow. You'll be fine, one step at a time. Trust me. I'll show you what I did. There are 3 steps. 1, focus on what works. Over the last couple of years, you've been focusing on those things that don't work, because in life there are only 2 things, the things that work and things that don't work. And we have this tendency, it's called negativity bias, to sense danger and list the things that are wrong in our life. Relationships are typically very toxic, especially the ones that don't work. People blame each other. They try to outsource the problems. And now your job is to go away from that, step away from that, do something completely opposite. Identify first what are the things that you enjoy in your life, go back to the basics, and then you double down on that. I'll tell you what I did. I started listing the things that were good in my life, that I was grateful. I identified 3 things. 1, my kids. I loved spending time with them. Obviously, I'm a dad. Number 2, fitness, my training. And number 3, business, building people, building businesses. What are the things that are well and good in your life? It seems and sounds really hard right now to focus on that, but somehow you have to cut the connection to the past and to that arguing. It's toxic. List what works and then double down on that. 2, stop numbing the pain. People have this tendency to just like numb the pain with alcohol, with a one-night stand or somebody else, or taking drugs or whatever. We can't be happy in a relationship unless we are happy alone first. That's really scary in the beginning. I remember having a conversation with my brother when this happened, when my breakup took place. And I actually asked him a weird question, according to him, that like, what the fuck am I gonna do over the weekends now? It's like, what do you mean? It's like, I have nothing to do, because up until now I've been in a relationship. My first breakup and then the second one, they were pretty much back to back. This was the thing that really forced me to be all by myself. And deep down I understood that I can't numb the pain by having somebody else by my side immediately. Because the biggest favor we can do to ourselves is that we just spend time alone. It's scary because we have to face those demons and traumatic things from our past and whatnot, and we really need to survive. Even though I've always been a loner, kind of a loner type of a person in a relationship, I've enjoyed my time by myself, but it's a completely different thing when you're alone, not alone in a relationship. I had to do that, but it was the best and biggest and most important investment in myself, and I took 3.5 years actually. So right now you don't have to worry about 3.5 years, because that might sound like an eternity. Commit to 90 days. Just 90 days. No alcohol, no drugs, no other people in your life. Just by yourself. If you have to hop on a plane, change your circumstances, change the behavior, have a different perspective, but reflect. Become ultra self-aware as a result of this process. Number 3, focus on getting better. Take full responsibility. Your last relationship went south, ended up in a divorce or breakup. That means that you probably want a better person by your side. That also means that you need to be better yourself. All the answers are always in the mirror. I could say this in a very dramatic way, saying that everything in your life is your fault. I'm not going to do that. All I'm saying is that all the answers are always in the mirror. I'm a big believer in losers blaming others to feel better and winners blaming themselves to get better. There's a huge difference. I'm not telling you to be overly critical of yourself. Start blaming yourself. No. But the reason why we need to understand where the responsibility lies is because that's the only way how we can get better, be in charge and be in control. And we obviously want to be better first ourselves so that we can attract better talent, so to say. And for me, it looked like this. So I identified 2 key improvement areas in my life. Number 1, I had always been a fixer. So I thought that I can fix everything and anything that comes my way. And in relationships, unfortunately, I wouldn't take no for an answer. And I really had to learn how to let go and say no. And number two, when people show me their true colors nowadays, I believe them the first time. No exceptions. I believe in second chances, but I don't want to be the one giving the second chance to anybody else. Here's your action. So list those 2 things that you think you need to improve on and work on right away. And then you tackle them one at a time. So write them down. Let's summarize. This is really difficult for you. I know, I've been there, but it's gonna be a start for something much better. Rock bottom is actually a good thing, trust me. Now you're outside your comfort zone, but remember, that's pretty much the only way how we can learn and get better in life, and that's the ultimate goal, right? This is not the end of the world. You'll survive, you'll be fine no matter what. That's what you have to keep repeating to yourself. I'll be fine no matter what. That's what you keep in mind, and you focus on those 2 things that you just identified and tackle them one step at a time. And remember, you had that 90-day commitment of stop numbing the pain. Don't sweep anything under the rug. It never gets better that way. Hope this helped. It helped me, and reach out if you need any additional help or tips regarding this difficult situation. But now that's all for today. I again talk to you in the next video. I appreciate all the time and attention I get, and enjoy your day. Thanks.